Cold smoking cheese on a pellet smoker is super simple. Let's have a go with it and I'll show you how. I'm gonna give you a couple tips on how to cold smoke some cheese on a pellet grill. We're gonna start out with the weather breaking finally here in Utah. So it's the end of summer and I can kind of see my breath. It's about 55 degrees out right now. And that is super key to start your cold smoke. You can't cold smoke in the middle of summer or when it's hotter out because you need to keep your grill below a certain temperature. So with it being 55 degrees outside and us working with the new Woodwind Pro where we have a separate smoke box, this is gonna be awesome. One nice thing about the Woodwind Pro is that you can adjust the temperature. You can adjust the smoke, and not only that, it has a fired wood pot, so you can adjust that too. With this, you're just gonna start the temp, turn it on to where you wanna smoke at, confirm it, you can adjust the smoke level, etc. And then once it's done, I'll show you. We're just gonna cancel it. Once it's done, you go to fan only, and then the fan will just blow, keeping the fire pot smoking. You can load the fire pot with wood and the grill will start it up. We're not gonna do that today. And one of the reasons why we're not gonna do that today is it's so cold outside, we wanna keep the grill at that cold temperature. So we're gonna manually fire the pot. To manually fire the pot, all you wanna do is turn on the grill, select fan mode, you can adjust the speed. I'm gonna keep it up at 5 and start it. The fan's now on. The auger isn't spinning, the grill's not starting. We're gonna manually start the pot. Pull out your fire pot and add smaller pieces of wood first. It's a lot easier to start the fire with smaller pieces of wood on the bottom, like kindling, and bigger chunks on top. Throw in your torch and just light her up. Okay, as far as wood goes, today we're using some really neutral cheeses, just a mozzarella, a mild cheddar, and a Munster. I'm gonna go with a cherry wood because it's not gonna add a crazy amount of that smoky mesquite hickory flavor. But if you wanted to add a crazy amount of that smoky mesquite hickory wood flavor, use mesquite and hickory wood. Keep in mind that you have to keep adding wood the entire time it's smoking to make sure it smokes, because if you run out of wood, you're not smoking anymore and your fire dies. You also don't want to add too much. With the fan on, you can turn down the fan from level 5 to maybe like level 3. I wouldn't go that much lower while it's smoking so you don't fire it as much and it might not be as hot. You want to try to keep it under, let's say, 85 degrees tops. Right now we're at like 87, so I know we're a little bit high, and that makes me think I need to turn down my fan. So that's what we're gonna do. The fire is going, turn down the fan, throw in our cheese, smoke some cheese. So we've got our temperature under 85, the smoke is rolling, good to go. We're gonna throw the cheese on.
So it's running a little hot now. What would you do to fix that?
So there's a couple different things we can do. One of them is sometimes when you throw in the wood, it might light. It is a fire, it's wood burning. So you want the wood to be smoldering and not necessarily lit. If you pull it out, you might see it light because now it's getting oxygen. So what you want to do is blow this out or attempt to blow it out and put it back in. If it's literally, there's a lot of wood in there and the wood has to burn down before it smolders, the next step, just crack the top, let the temperature come back down, the wood will smolder out, close the top, walk away again.
Will that affect the smokiness of the cheese if you keep opening the lid?
Like you would think it would, but with the amount of smoke and the cheese, no. Because in reality, all you're doing is adding some flavor to the cheese. So it's gonna be in there for an hour, maybe 2 hours tops. You're gonna take the cheese out. You'll probably clear wrap it and throw it in your fridge for 2 weeks because it's got such a strong flavor, you have to give it some time to mellow out anyway. But you can notice it was at 90 before, now it's at 88, and it'll start dropping again.
Do you have to turn the cheese once in a while, or do you just let it?
So you don't have to actually turn the cheese when you're smoking it, but if you want really cool diamonds or patterns on the cheese, then yeah. So I can tell that the fire's out and now it's smoldering because of the temperature dropping and the lower amount of smoke. It's more continued and not as plumy and rich as before. So we're just gonna shut it, let it smoke out. The temperature's at 77, no cheese is melting. we're gonna give it about an hour and a half to 2 hours. You just wanna make sure when the cheese is smoking that the temperature doesn't get too hot. If it gets too hot, obviously the cheese can melt. So you have to monitor it and you have to adjust it. It's not a set it and forget it type of typical pellet grill controller deal. You're watching it, you're adding more wood so it keeps smoking. There's a lot of things that you have to monitor to make sure it's at the right temperature to get the perfect smoked cheese, but it's worth it because then you get amazing smoked cheese. About an hour and a half in, all of the wood is burnt down in the smoke box. The cheese looks really great. I actually, about halfway through, I started quartering it because I like the little indents and the lines from when the cheese kind of like almost melts but doesn't melt as it's releasing all the oils. So let's pull it because it's done. We have to wrap it too. The number one thing is you have to let it cool. You want it to reabsorb some of the oils, and you're not eating it right now. So you have to prep the cheese ahead of time. What I mean is we're gonna clear wrap it and let it sit in the fridge for about 2 weeks. The smoke flavor on these is very strong, stronger than you want. Luckily, I smoked some cheese 4 weeks ago and let it rest. So we'll wrap these, throw them in the fridge, grab the other stuff, bring it out, taste test it. Guys, if you want more cheese, make sure that you like and subscribe and check out some of our other videos, like where I made like a giant cheese cone and stuffed it with mac and cheese and popcorn lobster. But that aside, let's try this monster. See you next time. So with the Pro, what you're gonna do when you want to do it, to do the things and stuff.
If you say like
Truck!
if you say like Woodwind Pro,